Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
Why do so many businesses struggle while others seem to explode overnight? Do you wish you had the secret to this type of exponential growth? Now, I've scaled more than 20 businesses to over $100 million, and it's not just luck. In my new book with Mark Tim, Mentor to Millions, you'll learn the repeatable framework I use in all my business ventures for massive success. Order at kevinmentor.com and get over $1,000 in bonuses. Head to kevinmentor.com.
Welcome to the podcast. This is your host, Seth Greene. Today, I've got the good fortune to be joined by Kris Reid from the other side of the world and Ardor SEO. Kris, thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, dude, it's awesome coming to you from Saigon in Vietnam.
Wow, that is, good night to you. Good morning to us. Let's go back in time a little bit. How did you get started?
Yeah, sure. So, I'm originally from Brisbane, Australia. Worked as a software engineer for many years. There's really kind of two ways to make money as a software engineer. You move to Silicon Valley and work for a tech startup, or you take the finance route. I moved to London, worked for a bunch of big banks, making billionaires more money, which is kind of soul destroying work, but they pay you enough that you learn to forget about it. And then life was great. I was in my 20s. I was getting paid lots of money. Had Europe as my playground. Go to Amsterdam or Paris for the weekend. My ego was as big as the sun. I was untouchable until the global financial crisis came along and kicked my ass. I lost my job, and so did everyone else I knew. There was no jobs to be had, so I, limped back to Australia with my tail between my legs, going, great, I'm in my mid-20s and my career's over. What the hell am I going to do with the rest of my life? So being a computer geek, I was just dabbling around with some stuff with the internet, learning how the internet works. And I built this online game. And then I was like, well, how the hell do you get people to your website to play it? And so I started researching what search engine optimization is. I built a bunch of backlinks to my website. It shot up in the rankings. I got a whole bunch of traffic and I went, wow, this is super fun. And I've been doing it ever since. That is absolutely incredible. What was the game? I didn't even finish it, to tell you the truth. I was just learning some new sort of software. So it's been on my to-do list, but for 10 plus years now, but SEO's just taken over my life. Okay, that is absolutely incredible, and probably not the normal path one takes to launch an SEO firm. So it started working for you. When did you realize? How did you get that you were onto something and that you could do this for other people? Very slowly. I total geek. Was not a businessman at all. If I could go back and slap my younger self, I'd be like, read some books, dude, and have a plan. What are you trying to achieve? I really was just muddling around for a long time, and then went, oh, this is actually kind of valuable to other businesses. And there's actually two books I read, both by the same author, Mike Michalowicz, that really changed my business. One is Profit First, How to Always Have a Profitable Business. And that started making me think about actually how to make the business generate money. And Clockwork, How to Build a Business That Doesn't Revolve Around You. Most entrepreneurs, or a lot of entrepreneurs, fall into the trap of they build themselves a job, which I certainly did. So I went from working in finance, getting paid lots of money and having great adventures, to working for myself, working all the time, never being able to take time off. And it was, ended up becoming a grind. And then, I learned some business acumen and how to actually build a business where it doesn't revolve around you. And that's where we are today. All right. Well, Mike Michalowicz, we're a big fan of his. He's been on our show, been on a number of other shows. Love everything he offers in both of those books. So do you remember who your first client was? It was actually, I was in Florida and I was backpacking around the world, just trying to work out what the hell I'm going to do with my life. And there was a guy that was a yacht charter, and he used to do weddings on a yachts. And we got talking to each other in a bar, and he's like, I can't get enough business. I'm going to go broke. I'm like, yeah, I can fix that. Ranked his website. He got lots of business. Like, yeah, cool. And it's funny at the time, because I hadn't been working for quite a while, and I was pretty broke. And my sister was getting married in Australia, and my dad was also in the US at the time. He said, hey, there's return tickets to Australia for $1,000 from New York. I'm like, man, I can't afford $1,000. I haven't got $1,000. And then I met this guy in Florida, and I said, he's like, well, how much is that going to cost? I'm like, $1,000. He's like, yeah, sure, here you go. Like, so that was probably my first real client.
That is absolutely incredible. And then talk a little bit about how you've grown over the years, because you've built quite an amazing firm.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, they say the riches are in the niches, and they highly believe that. We specialize very much in real estate these days. And put our own real estate summit on a couple months ago. You know, it just makes life so much easier. You know, if we got a luxury realtor in, you know, one of our clients is in Naples, and, you know, another one's in Atlanta, and it's like, it's the same thing. You know, you're selling to the exact same messaging. You know, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. We understand their business. Same as when we work with multifamily companies that, you know, they're getting investors or whatnot. We understand their clients. Where another client that we had, who actually heard me I was on Mike McCallett's podcast, and Mike McCallett's first business that he sold was IT security for financial services. And one of his competitors reached out to us and became a client. And it was really hard. They do IT services for hedge funds. And so we had to get in the mind of what the hell is a hedge fund manager searching for, which, you know, takes a lot of work. Because search engine rankings is only one part of it. You need to actually, well, for one, get the message in front of where people are looking, but you need to work out what are the right keywords. What are they searching for? Because often people are searching for the problem, not knowing that your business is the solution for it. You know, like a crappy business coach will say, and what's the biggest problem with your business? So, well, you know, if I knew it, I'd fix it. And so most people are searching that they've got a headache. And, you know, that's what most businesses solve, some pain.
Absolutely. What are you finding is your best way of acquiring new customers?
Yes, I mean, I guess on podcasts a lot, on real estate podcasts, and, you know, a couple times a week. That's certainly great, because it gets your message directly in front of where your people are looking and builds you up as an authority. We also use SEO. I mean, we rank for heaps of SEO real estate keywords, which is our ideal market. And the big reason also why I guess on podcasts is one of the secrets to how you rank in Google is what are called backlinks. A backlink is just a link from one website to another. And that's how Google trusts you, because anyone can write any crap they want on the internet, right? You know, I can say, hey, I'm the best real estate SEO guy in the world. And how would Google know if it's true or not? They have to trust what everyone else says about that. And so me going on real estate podcasts all the time and getting, you know, real estate podcasts to link back to me, Google goes, wow, this guy must be like the real estate SEO genius. And up you go in the rankings. So those are our two main traffic sources.
That makes a lot of sense. Given all the success you've achieved, what's your biggest challenge now?
Actually, recruitment. It's like, that is by far our biggest challenge, getting the right people and getting them trained up fast enough to grow. I mean, I just sent out a promotion today that we're increasing our price of our strategies by 66%, which is, you know, a nice increase. And we're doing that to like make sure that we can keep up with demand. You know, I do like the saying that if you charge twice as much, you only need half as many customers. And that's a mantra that we like to service. And one little advice on that too is the more you charge, the better service you can provide, and the better the clientele you get. You know, many years ago, we were not a prestige agency, and we, charged, a lot less, and got people that would still try and nickel and dime you. And it's like, geez, we're charging nothing here, and you still want a discount or whatever. And they're the people that are never happy. They just want to, they want to take blood out of a stone, and they're not enjoyable to work with. So the more you can charge for your products, the better the clients you can attract to.
That makes a lot of sense. Your passion is obvious. What do you like best about what you're doing?
Helping business owners solve their number one problem. Most businesses go out of business because they can't get enough customers. So that's one thing that we're able to do. And man, when they finally see, like, SEO does take a bit of time. It's not instant, but once they start getting that return on investment, it's just awesome. Like one of our clients who does triple net leasing, a client for him's worth about 50 grand. Last month, we got him 88 leads. Good, solid, quality leads. It's like, man, you close a few of those for sure. Like 88 leads, man, if you're closing 10%, like that's some crazy money. And this month, we already beat his, it's 18th. And I got a report a couple of days ago that we already beat his 88 leads from last month. So it's like, he's probably going to get about twice as many. And once you see a customer's business just change like that, because it's, now the client doesn't have to spend their days doing lead generation and closing deals, because when you have a website that works really well, and you get the right traffic to it, that you have a great lead magnet, so it converts the traffic into a lead, that they get into your email nurture campaign, and you want to, when you're getting 100 or 200 leads a month, you can't talk to everyone. You need to filter through the crap, because there's going to be a lot of crap that comes to you. And so you have an email nurture campaign where you can send people, hey, listen to me on this podcast, or look at this case study thing we did, or how we helped this customer. And so then they get to know you, they really understand you. And when you go to, they book a call with you, they're ready to do business with you. If you look at our website, because we get a lot of traffic as well, we have what's called a tripwire product. So we ask people to spend $7 and we do a video review for them. So if you go to a website and you pay $7, we'll look at your website, see, show you some things that are wrong with it, some things you can fix, and some keywords that you could target to, get in front of the people that are looking for what you do and help you grow your business. And, a $7 product like that weeds out all of the crap. And it's such a strong lead, because, if someone can't pony up $7, well, I don't want to talk to you. It's not enough that you should have to think about, but it's enough to get rid of any of the time wasters. So, if your business is in a position where it can, have some sort of filter like that, I highly recommend it.
Absolutely. That makes a ton of sense. What do you think are some of the most common misconceptions when it comes to SEO?
That people don't understand it, or they would already be doing it. Most web designers don't understand it. Web designers just steal people's money, if you ask me. They'll charge you $20,000 and build you a website that generates you zero business, which is total BS. You don't need to spend that much money. The crappiest website in the world will convert if it gets enough traffic. Getting traffic to your website is always the first case. One of our clients, who's a realtor and smashing it, in 2019 she did 53 million in sales, and 2020 she did 158 million. Wow. That's 300% growth in a year. That's pretty awesome. And we didn't build her website, but it was pretty crap when we started with it. And it was only in the second year that we started making it nice. Because the first thing is just smash it with traffic, because any website will convert. So building a small basic website with some sort of lead capture, and then getting as much traffic as you can. Once you have traffic, once you're getting 1,000 or 2,000 visitors a month, then if you increase your conversion rate by 1 or 2%, it means a lot of extra leads. But don't worry about it until you've got traffic.
That makes a lot of sense. You mentioned books before. What are some of the best books you've ever read that have the biggest impact on your career, other than the 2 by Michael Michalowicz?
Yeah. So another one is 80/20 by Matthew Perry. Is it
Perry Marshall?
Perry Marshall. That's it. Oh, awesome book. And one of the chapters that really changed our business is the power of guarantees. Like, he's said in every business relationship, someone's taking the risk, either you or the other person. And if you can take that risk away from them, it takes all the friction away. And so we figured, well, our process works. If you follow our process, it's going to work every time. And so we started adding a guarantee. And man, people just like, wow, if this is going to happen and you guarantee it, then sure, why not take my money? And it's like awesome. It gives you so much more authority, so much more trust. And it gives you control too, because we say, hey, you hired us because we're experts, right? Let us handle your website. Let us handle your marketing. We take the time to understand your customer avatar. Who's your perfect customer? Like if we're working with an investment firm, are you looking for, what's it called? Certified investors or
accredited?
Or accredited investors, or just a regular Joe? Like, who's your ideal customer? And once we understand that, we build a strategy and go, okay, this is what we do over the 12 months. Do you agree? And when they say yes, cool, let us get to work. And it lets us have total control of their website, which gives us our ideal customers too. We don't want someone that's looking over our shoulder and going, oh, can we change that, or trying to dictate how it should be. It's like you hire an expert, let them do their work.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. Well, we know your time's incredibly valuable. We greatly appreciate you spending some with us. For our viewers and listeners who want to learn more about what it is that you're doing, where is the best place for us to send them?
Sure, they can just Google the coolest guy in SEO. If they don't see my face, then Google is broken. But if you just go to our website, Ardor SEO, Ardor means to do something with a fiery passion, ARDOR SEO.com, and you'll see how to get in touch.
All right. This has been Seth Greene with Kris Reid. Kris, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks everybody for watching or listening. We'll talk to you or see you next time.
Do you need money to fund your idea, product, or service? Are you ready to take your business to the next level but need capital to get it done? Kevin Harrington has heard more than 50,000 pitches and knows how to help you make the perfect pitch to get the funding for your entrepreneurial dream. He's distilled the process down in his perfect pitch cheat sheet, and it's yours for free. Just text PITCH to him right now at 727-888-2100. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 right now and claim your free perfect pitch cheat sheet. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 to start funding your dream today.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.